Hello and welcome to Savvy Sense. Here at Savvy Sense, we love to empower other moms to become savvy savers. So make sure to hit like and subscribe to become part of our community today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my favorite gluten-free money-saving hacks. I've had celiacs for about 7 years, and I have definitely had some growing pains throughout that time where I've learned a lot about how to save money on gluten-free products that I want to share with you today. So let's get started. I'm so excited to share these tips with you. I have some goodies over here I'm going to be sharing throughout my video, so make sure you stick around for the whole thing. First thing is plan to spend more. You're going to have to budget more for your groceries if you're eating gluten-free, especially if you have celiac where you have zero tolerance for any gluten. When I first was diagnosed, I was really determined not to have my grocery bill affected at all by it, and it just was an unrealistic expectation. So for example, like if I'm cooking something and I know that I need soy sauce, I have to get tamari or the gluten-free soy sauce, and this soy sauce is always going to be more than regular. Like there's no way around that. So, or for example, if I'm going to a bonfire or camping with friends and they're having s'mores, then I want one too. Like you don't want to be left out of certain social situations, or you just want to be able to eat as well. You're gonna have to get gluten-free graham crackers, and those are always more expensive than regular. They're like 3 times as much. So you have to set realistic expectations and set aside more money for the gluten-free food. The next tip is to know your prices. And this is pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to say if you're brand new at eating gluten-free, make sure you know the prices of the gluten-free food that are at the grocery stores that you already go to. And if you've been doing this for a while, then maybe try expanding to a couple other stores to see what their prices are as well. When I first started, I mostly shopped at Sprouts and Walmart, but now I also sometimes shop at Target. I go to Costco more, and it's really great to expand that, and you can really get a good idea of the prices as you expand it to a few more stores. For example, Target has really good prices on some of their gluten-free baking mixes and things like that, versus you always think Walmart has the cheapest prices, but sometimes Sprouts has like a buy one get one free sale. So just knowing those prices really helps you find the opportunities when it's either on sale or it's a lot cheaper than what you're used to paying. This one has to do all with gluten-free flour, and that is to either make your own or buy it in bulk. This tub right here, I don't know if you can see it, I just made this today. This is a huge tub of gluten-free flour, and it's 40 cups worth of flour. I bake quite a bit, and so we go through flour a lot. I'll just show it to you. And this flour is a little bit cheaper than the Great Value Walmart brand gluten-free flour, but it's like 3 times the cost cheaper than the Cup for Cup brand, and like 40% cheaper than Bob's Red Mill to make your own. And so it's also really yummy because the flour blend that I use is from a woman who has amazing like gluten-free cinnamon rolls and bread recipes. Her flour works really well for that. And so I've kind of just loved having this on hand, and it also makes a lot, and so it's just great to have. I don't have to buy it as often. One other thing that can save you a lot is buying the flour ingredients for your homemade flour. So like here's rice flour and here's tapioca flour, and you can get these at Asian markets for a quarter of the cost of what they cost at regular stores. The other thing, if you don't have time to make your own gluten-free flour, is Bob's Red Mill has really good deals sometimes on their 1-for-1. If you go on their website, you can buy a lot of their products in bulk. You can buy like 20 or 30 pound bags of flour if that's something that you're interested in. But buying in bulk and flour can really save you a lot of money, especially if you bake a lot or use that in a lot of your cooking. All right, this next tip can save tons of money, because I would say this is where you're going to see the most savings on a weekly or monthly basis, and that is to not buy pre-packaged gluten-free food. For example, these are products like gluten-free cookies, gluten-free bread, soups, sauces, oatmeal packets, things like that, where some company has spent a lot of time making it gluten-free, and they're able to mark up that price because it's specifically gluten-free. I'm not saying that you should never eat gluten-free prepackaged food or snacks. I'm just saying that if you really want to save a lot on your groceries, then cutting out half of those things will save you a lot of money. That will be the most impactful on your budget. This kind of leads me into my next point, which is if it's a packaged product that you love, or maybe it's just something that's more convenient. Try to make it at home. Like, you can make your own teriyaki sauce. It's so good. You can put it in a bottle in the fridge and have that for a while. You can make all kinds of things gluten-free at home. I've even made gluten-free Cheez-Its and gluten-free graham crackers and all sorts of things. And they're oftentimes a lot yummier, and you can save a lot of money by just making it yourself. This leads me to my next point, and that is when you do bake or make something yourself, the freezer is your friend. I don't know about you, but I am the only one in my family who eats gluten-free and who has celiac, and so a lot of times I'll make my own version of something, and I can't just make enough for one person. So I will definitely need the freezer to be able to preserve some of that food. I don't just want it to go to waste. For example, my daughter decorated cookies a while ago with her friends, and I made one gluten-free batch and one non-gluten-free batch because I wanted some cookies too. But even when I half a batch, there's still a lot. And so I just pop these in the freezer, and these are so easy to warm up. It takes like 10 seconds and you have like a fresh cookie. It's super, super yummy. This can work with homemade donuts, cinnamon rolls, scones, biscuits, pancakes, like almost any gluten-free bread, almost any gluten-free product can be frozen and rewarmed, and honestly, like, it tastes so good. Even gluten-free baked goods you can buy in the freezer section at the store. So it's not like unheard of to do that. The other thing too that I just made is, one of my favorites is gluten-free Brazilian cheese rolls. And these are super easy to freeze. You can just grab one or two and take them out and put them in the microwave for 15 seconds, and you have some fresh rolls. Super yummy. These are one of my favorites, and I actually filmed a video on how to make these, and so I will be posting that soon as well. The next one is to buy in bulk, and I don't mean like with the flour and like oats and things like that. You can buy it like in bulk, like 20-pound bags. And I think when we think of bulk, it's like a lot of something. I think it's a little different with gluten-free food. For me, that means like if there's like a buy one get one free sale, or you notice like a clearance price, or just a really, really good deal on something, stock up on it. For example, like with the graham crackers, like I know that I'll need these probably like, a dozen times throughout the year. So if it goes majorly on sale, this is a great non-perishable item. I can get 3 or 4 of these boxes, have them in my pantry, get them at that really low price, and have them when I need it. Because I think another thing that can really add up when you don't buy in bulk is if like something comes up and you don't have it on hand, you have to go pay the full price for it, and it can add up really quickly. So buying in bulk just gives you that supply you need for when you need specific products like that. So those are my tips. I just wanted to share really quick my favorite gluten-free snack ideas that will save you money because they're already naturally gluten-free. So these are some of my favorite snacks, are like the Trader Joe's Puffs. That's just like the pirate's booty at Trader Joe's. I love chips and salsa, naturally gluten-free. We love those sweet potato crackers, those little round crackers you can get. Sometimes come in at Costco. They're at Trader Joe's and Sprouts, and you can dip hummus in them. They're so good. We love rice cakes with like peanut butter and apples on them, or peanut butter and raisins. It's a yummy, sweet little snack. And popcorn is such a frugal snack, and it's 100% gluten-free. It's one of my favorite things to make. So those are just some ideas for you where you're not gonna be spending a lot of extra money to buy them, but be able to still tick some of those boxes of yummy snacks to eat that are gluten-free. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful day.